Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about Tristan Thompson, Kim, and Khloe. But before I go into this exciting episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. So grab your snacks, or whatever you're into. If you're into drinks, if you like chips, if you like candy, anything that you like, just grab it because it's gonna be a spicy, dicey show, and I'm here for it, and I'm sure you're here for it too. But guys, Tristan Thompson is out here in these streets trying to fool Khloe again, and has certainly fooled Kim this time as well. He's out here in these streets pretending again, so we're gonna have to talk about it. Okay, so on the latest episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim is, sort of talking and saying that, that Tristan Thompson has been, a really supportive friend to her. She even talked about the fact that she knows in the past, like, his actions were pretty messed up, and, he was like, a messed up individual in the past. But, that she was pretty much alluding and stating that this was like the old him. He has changed and he has sort of revitalized himself. And, he's just like this really, really good person now. And, she sounds like she's like being like some sort of champion for him. And I'm like, damn, like Tristan Thompson done fooled her. Like he's fooling like them again. Like no matter what Tristan Thompson does, they're always going to, cover for him. They're always going to campaign for him. They're always going to come on, national TV and said, he did a couple things that was like messed up or effed up, but going forward, like, he has really worked on himself. Like they're never going to get this picture that Tristan Thompson is fooling them, and the person that they're dealing with, that's not the real Tristan Thompson. He is just pretending, to be nice because he knows it's the Kardashian, and their name holds a lot of weight. They're rich, they have a lot of money, they have a huge empire. So, he just pretends to be what they want him to be. That's how I feel, in my actual opinion. But she's saying that he's really stepped up for her as it relates to her kids. Like he shows up to her kids' games. He's defended her against her ex. And she was saying like all these types of things. And I just had to like pause the television. I just did a bit of a dry laugh. And I was like, damn, like the fakeness is so real out here in these streets when it comes to Tristan Thompson. Like he's working overtime to woo them. Oh my God, I just cannot believe it. Like he is something else. So, obviously this was on, live TV. And, when something of that sort comes out, there's always going to be some sort of backlash. Fans are talking about it online, and, they just cannot believe that no, like, time and time again, Tristan Thompson has shown who he is. He's shown that he is not a good person, but time and time again, the Kardashians are just gonna ride for him. So it created a bit of opera, on the social media channels, had fans, giving their opinion, and of course they were not happy because they're looking at like how stupid do y'all need to be to know that this man is not good. Like I get it, like Tristan Thompson is the father of Khloe's kids, but you could co-parent. But y'all every single like season are out here in these streets campaigning and showing, oh my God, Tristan Thompson is the greatest in the world, and he has changed, and he is a good man, and he's a good father. And when that is far from the truth, like when does that stop? So, obviously this went viral, and, Tristan Thompson has, a son with Jordan Craig, which I believe is like his girlfriend before he went with Khloe. And I think that's who he cheated on with he cheated on Jordan to get with Khloe. I think that's how it happened, something along that sort that had happened. So, her sister seen, Kim was out here praising him and, being his biggest champion. She came out and she said, it's super painful to watch that Tristan is doing all these nice things for someone else's kids, and he can't even show up and be a real parent for his son Prince. And she also mentioned that absentee father in the sense that he only shows up for parties, or if it's like a photo opportunity or something of that sort, that's what he's kind of showing up for. And he hasn't been consistent in Prince's life, in comparison to him being like, consistent with True and, the other boy that he has with Khloe. And, I agree with her. Like, she should call out and call a spade if he is a spade. And then she also doesn't stop there. She calls out Kim and she says, you shouldn't be insensitive to the fact that he ignores his other children. And I'm just like, I agree with her. I'm just like, Tristan Thompson is pretending to be nice because his actions are not lining up with who he wants us to think that he is. And one thing I would say to Tristan Thompson, you can fool the Kardashians, but you're not fooling us. Come on now, get it together. You're only fooling yourself, sir, and the Kardashians at the end of the day. Other people out here know that you are not a nice person, and other people are viewing you like a scumbag out here in these streets. So you could pretend all you want. You're just fooling a group of people, but you're not fooling an entire group of people. So get it together. And she also mentions that, she hasn't said anything, for quite some time. For the past 7 years, because she was taking her sister's feelings into consideration. But she's saying that it's high time that they stop, defending this man's character. It's high time that they keep portraying him like this, like, glorified dad, and stop doing like this sort of PD party every goddamn season for Tristan Thompson. And then I also have to question, like, why every season they are sort of trying to clean up Tristan Thompson's image. Khloe keeps saying that she doesn't want him anymore and they're just co-parenting. So, but I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Like, y'all gonna need to let me know what you think in the comments, but I don't believe her because every single season when you're on national TV, your sister, yourself, even her friend Malika, they're trying to clean up this man's image. So I think she still wants him. I think you want him, baby girl. I think it's hard for you to get over this man, and you keep getting your sisters to, portray him in this a good light so we can, sort of, feel sorry for him or forgive him for what he did to you. We're not going to forgive Tristan Thompson. He is not good for you. You could co-parent with him, but you don't need to clean up his reputation out here in these streets. Let him deal with the consequences of his actions. Period. And it's getting pathetic and out of control now. And then, Jordan Craig's sister also goes on to mention that, Tristan Thompson has not paid child support in a long time. He stopped paying for his son's Prince tuition, for quite some time now. And, her sister is the one that's been pretty much, paying the tuition and, taking care of him in its entirety. Has been working on multiple jobs, in order to, take care of her child because, Tristan Thompson is not forthcoming with the child support, but I'm pretty sure he's very forthcoming with the child support for Khloe Kardashian. Like, get it together. Like, pay for all. If it's you have all these kids, you should be paying and treating them equally. Like, I'm just not understanding, how do you call yourself a father if you can't be a father to each and every one of them? And then, Jordan Craig's sister also shared the same sentiments that I just said. She said, in her post, she said, if you can't be, you're not a good father if you cannot be a father to all. And I agree with her. And I'm happy that, she came out and she said something. She's, as I mentioned, she has been holding in this for the past 7 years to protect her sister's privacy. But at the end of the day, enough is enough. Like, this man needs to stop pretending, step up and be a dad, whether you like your children's mother or not. These are your kids. You have to do right by them. You have to spend time with them. You cannot just be one-sided and just be spending time with, two kids and then the other kids are feeling neglected. Would you want them to have to grow up and feel like, their dad abandoned them, and they're going to essentially grow up with abandonment issues? They could grow up with that. I know some kids, they have a strong support system that sometimes they don't. But I feel like, Tristan Thompson needs to step it up, stop with the pretending. You're not fooling anybody but yourself. Like, get it together. So that's, the whole thing that's sort of going on. And then we also see in the episode that he's telling, after everything that he's done to Khloe, and Khloe's like sitting down with him and she's listening to him. She has like a sort of screw face, and her face kind of seems like she's like nonchalant, like she doesn't want to hear anything he has to say, because he's shown time and time again that he doesn't give a damn about her, and he doesn't love her that type of way that she wanted to be loved. But he has the audacity to mention in the episode that Khloe Kardashian is his person, and he cannot believe that he treated her so bad. And I'm just looking at him like, what do you mean you cannot believe you treated her so bad? If you felt any type of way of in regards to how you treated Khloe, you would have made a mistake once. And I know we're not, as humans, we're not perfect, but if someone made a mistake once, fine, and you forgive them, and they keep doing it a second time and a third time and a fourth time, and you keep taking them back, they are not going to change their ways, because in their mind, they're going to think that, oh, she always takes me back, or he always takes me back. So, I don't need to change because this person clearly does not have any standards or boundaries. So why should I, treat them properly? And I feel like at this point, Khloe should stop having sit downs with, Tristan, focus on co-parenting and go from there. And the way that Tristan is behaving, where he's not taking care of his other children, or not being consistent with the child support payments. His mom recently died, and he has the sole custody of his disabled brother. I'm actually scared for this brother. I'm actually scared for this brother. What's gonna happen, like, maybe in the future he's not home often, like, perhaps he might after a while just give up that brother into like maybe foster care or something. Like, I feel like if you can't even treat your kids properly, how are you going to treat your own sibling? Like, I feel kind of scared for that little brother. Khloe Kardashian, despite the way that Tristan has treated her, she's helping him a lot with his brother Amari. And I just have to say that Khloe has a good heart, because it could never be me. After all the things that he has done, I would not have forgiven him. I would have told him bye a long time ago. It was gonna be a huge a lot of boundaries. All we were gonna do is co-parent. I didn't want to hear zit zat from you. We're not friends. We would have just been co-parent. So she is extremely nice to him, and she even went out of her way to take him in, and his brother as well. I'm like, this woman is just like too nice. And Tristan is time and time again is going to play her. And I feel like even on the episode, like one of the episodes, I think the previous one, Kylie was asking her, like, does Tristan Thompson still live with you? And she mentioned something along the lines of, oh, his roof caved in, and he's still living with me. And then she had asked him, okay, what's the situation with your house? When are you going to move out from my house? I wasn't even gonna ask him. I was gonna give him perhaps 2 weeks or a month to get his things in order, and then he would have had to left my house. You have enough money, go rent a place. I don't want you at my house. So that's why I'm thinking, like, does Khloe want this man? But Kim, like, I understand he's done things for you, but Tristan is pretending. Tristan is pretending. Let me say it to you again. Tristan is pretending to be nice to you. Honey, baby girl, it's not genuine. Get it together. Tristan is pretending, and he's not fooling anybody but fooling y'all. And you need to stop coming on. I know it's your sister. You love her. You want her to have love, but this man is no good. Move, like, your sister needs to move away from this man. Why do you keep defending this man, Kim? But, this man is not good to his other kids. Y'all need to stop painting this narrative. It's getting pathetic now, and it's fake. Stop it. Anyway, I can't. I'm so sorry. But this is my take on the whole situation. I feel like, Tristan Thompson is back at it again, and is fooling the Kardashians. And obviously, he is not being a good parent to his other kids. And I'm happy that Jordan Craig's sister came out here in these streets, and, she told the truth, and she didn't give a damn, and she didn't sugarcoat it. That's how you have to dog up men like Tristan Thompson. But let me know in the comment section below, what is your perception on this whole drama? Do you feel that Jordan Craig's sister should have came online and voiced how she felt? Do you feel that Khloe is just fooling us and she perhaps is still with Tristan Thompson? Why do you feel each season the Kardashians keep trying to come and paint Tristan as this good person? Do you feel that they're doing it for clout, doing it for money? Do you feel like perhaps they're running out of storylines? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But that's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast. Thanks for having me, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.